Greetings, this is user Kanzar, and this is my first Diablo 2 playthrough.
Greetings, stranger. I'm not surprised to see your kind here. Many adventurers have traveled this way since the recent troubles began. No doubt you've heard about the tragedy that befell the town of Tristram. Some say that Diablo, the Lord of Terror, walks the world again. I don't know if I believe that, but a dark wanderer did travel this route a few weeks ago. He was headed east to the mountain pass guarded by the rogue monastery. Maybe it's nothing, but evil seems to have trailed in his wake. You see, shortly after the wanderer went through, the monastery's gates to the pass were closed, and strange creatures began ravaging the countryside. Until it's safer outside the camp and the gates are reopened, I'll remain here with my caravan. I hope to leave for Lutgulain before the shadow that fell over Tristram consumes us all. If you're still alive then, I'll take you along.
Oh, that's nice.
You should talk to Akara, too. She seems to be the leader of this camp.
Very
Maybe
optimistic.
she can tell you more.
So I'll be starting with the Necromancer because he is my favorite D2 character, and we'll be proceeding with the other characters in due time. Let's go ahead and talk to Akara.
I am Akara, High Priestess of the Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye. I welcome you, traveler, to our camp, but I'm afraid I can offer you but poor shelter within these rickety walls. You see, our ancient sisterhood has fallen under a strange curse. The mighty citadel, from which we have guarded the gates to the east for generations, has been corrupted by the evil demoness Andariel. I still can't believe it, but she turned many of our sister rogues against us and drove us from our ancestral home. Now the last defenders of the sisterhood are either dead or scattered throughout the wilderness. I implore you, stranger, please help us. Find a way to lift this terrible curse, and we will pledge our loyalty to you for all time.
Sounds like a win-win.
There is a place of great evil in the wilderness. Kasha's rogue scouts have informed me that a cave nearby is filled with shadowy creatures and horrors from beyond the grave. I fear that these creatures are massing for an attack against our encampment. If you are sincere about helping us, find the dark labyrinth and destroy the foul beasts. May the Great Eye watch over you.
The Great Eye of Sauron. So that's just the quest. The quest log. And going through just setting up my skills. As you can see, this is the first skill that we get from the item. It's called Raise Skeleton. And you cast it on a corpse of a slain monster. This raises a skeleton warrior that fights for you. He does 1 to 2 damage. So that's our skill for the time being. Luckily they gave us 1 skill. And what you can see, I'm level 1 with these following attributes: Strength 15, Dexterity 25, Vitality 15, Energy 25. Starting out hit points 45, Stamina 79, Mana 25.
Welcome, Outlander, to our glorious hovel. I know you're here to challenge the evil that's driven us from our ancestral home. But know this. Akara may be our spiritual leader, but I command the rogues in battle. It will take more than just killing a few beasts in the wilderness to earn my trust.
So she's not so easy, huh? So what I'll be doing is just playing through the first 2 quests in the first act.
Beware.
Yep, beware of my skeletons. For the Necromancer, I'll let you listen to all the lore, but subsequent playthroughs, I'll just skip it and get right into the action. So, the Necromancer, his introduction is from the steamy recesses of the southern swamps. Comes a figure cloaked in mystery. The Necromancer, as his name implies, is an unseemly form of sorcerer whose spells deal with the raising of the dead and the summoning and control of various creatures for his purpose. Though his goals are often aligned with those of the forces of light, some do not think that these ends can justify his foul means. Long hours of study in dank mausolea have made his skin pale and corpse-like, his figure skeletal. Most people shun him for his peculiar looks and ways, but none doubt the power of the Necromancer, for it is the stuff of nightmares. So, what I'm doing is just going around and killing monsters and searching for the den, which is the area that I have to clear for the first quest. With Diablo 2, all the levels are random, so that means every time you play through, I just ding, got a new level. So let's go ahead and select a new skill, and I'm going to choose Teeth. It fires a barrage of summon barbed teeth. First level, 2 teeth, magic damage 2 to 4, and mana cost 3. So we'll select that, and I'm just going to set the hotkeys, and I'm going to go for energy because I need lots of mana. I plan on spamming my teeth. So instead of doing physical damage with my wand, I'm just going to try to use magic. I think it's more fun, it's more interesting for you guys to see magic than me swinging away with a wand. I mean, who wants to really use a Necromancer as kind of a physical attack anyways? I mean, it's possible to do, but I think it's much better to be ranged with him. What I generally like to do is amass huge amounts of skeletons and kind of use effects that reduce armor, or this is just showing you that I got a skill and shrine. So a skill shrine just increases the level of your skills. So with the teeth, I'm level 3, and skeletons, I'm also level 3, which just got a new glove. And with level 3, it means I can raise 3 skeletons. And there we go. So, one thing to note about the Necromancer is that on every level up, we get 1.5 to life, 1 to stamina, and 2 to mana. And when you add your attribute points, if you do 1 to vitality, you get 2 life, 2 to life. If you do, you also get 1 stamina. So 1 vitality point gives you 2 life and 1 stamina, and 1 energy point gives you 2 mana. So as you just noticed that my skill bonus wore off, so the skeletons that were based off of the 3 to skeletons disappeared. So now I'm back to my regular self. What I wasn't able to find, and I've looked at several wikis and even the Diablo 2 website, area summit. Yay! Got a new skill. This is the that's teeth. And I'm going to increase my vitality and energy and 1 to dexterity for attack rating. So let's go and map our bone armor. Bone armor is going to give us an increase of, I think, 20 defense points when it's used. And that means it's just an added level of protection. So as I was saying before, I've looked at several websites to determine how strength, dexterity, vitality, and energy affect the various characters. And none of them seem to say what those effects are. They say, oh, you'll get life or stamina, which life is pretty... So life, stamina, mana make a lot of sense. Life is the number of hit points you have, mana is the number of mana points you have, and stamina is how much stamina, which affects the amount that you can run, the length of time you can run. Life obviously is, if your life goes to 0, you die. So the more life, the better. And mana, every magic ability you use requires mana. So obviously life, mana, and stamina are good. So how does strength dexterity work? If I am a barbarian, for instance, I would think strength increases my amount of damage I do per attack. Dexterity, I think, well, when I click on increasing dexterity, it does affect the attack rating. So my question to all you YouTubers out there is, how does strength and dexterity affect the Necromancer and other magic users, such as a sorcerer? If I increase dexterity, does it affect my magic abilities, or is the only thing that affects the magic abilities is the increase to the skill itself? So as you see, I just got another skill shrine, so everything's back to level 3 again.
I sense death within this place.
Well, it's gonna be dead after I get done with it. So we've reached the location for this quest, and it's just map off all the monsters in this dungeon. And again, the cool thing about Diablo 2 is the dungeons are all randomized. I should say are randomized. There are a few that are static. The overworld is also randomized. So every time you play, it's like you're playing a new layout, new levels. It's interesting. Yeah, I tend not to keep junk items, like non-magical items. Yeah, and I just collect the mana shrine, which you only can have one of those activated at a time. So unfortunately, I no longer have my skill buff. Probably wasn't the wisest decision, but at least I can spam my teeth attack. So as I was saying about the items, typically when I first start out, I try to keep as many items as possible just to sell them so I can get the initial gold up, so I can get the tomes. But after you get a certain level of gold, there's no reason to pick up white items. But of course now I want to add armor and other stuff that I didn't have before. And you guys know with Diablo 3, it's been stated by one of the Blizzard PR guys that white items in Diablo 3 are not worth your time picking up as well. So I think that makes sense. In Diablo 2, it's true, and some people are complaining about that in Diablo 3, that, oh, we should be able to pick up our white items and, what's the word? Break them down, but I think it's fine. I think only breaking down the magical items makes sense. And unfortunately in this game, at least right now, I can't break any items down, not until I get the Heraldric Cube, which is later on. Mopping up these monsters. And apparently they like eating brains. So why are they attacking my skeleton? He doesn't have any brains. Alright, new level. So let's add another skeleton. So I'll have 2. Oops. There we go. Forgot to raise 2 skeletons. Alright, a yellow item. Yellow items mean more coin. I'll go ahead and use it because it's better. I don't have any scroll of identities, which identify unidentified objects. Yeah, what a concept. So right now I can't use those boots until I get a scroll of identity, which I'll pick up back when we go back into town. For right now, I'm just going to kill all the monsters and complete the quest, and then we'll go back to town and sell stuff and identify stuff. I hope anyone that's watching this, if you haven't played Diablo 2, it's well worth picking it up. You can get it on Blizzard.net. If you go to their store, you can pick it up for a digital download. It works. And there we go. Just completed the level. So I'm gonna return back to town, and I'll do that through the town portal.
Enough to earn the rogue's trust.
So let's go talk to Akara.
You have cleansed the den of evil. You've earned my trust, and may yet restore my faith in humanity.
Yeah, because we're good
Reward
at killing
is
things.
training in the skill of your choice.
Thank you for
Hello.
giving me a new skill. So let's go ahead and just sell a bunch of stuff so we get some money. Right, 12 is the maximum number of keys for one slot. Those potions sell for pretty good change. I like to keep the mana. So that's a tome of identity. And I'm going to shift right click, which fills the tome up. And I'll sell that. And let's see, we can go ahead and buy another Tome of Town Portal. And we're good. So let's go get the second quest
Hello.
from Kaisha.
My rogue scouts have just reported an abomination in the monastery graveyard. Apparently, Andariel is not content to take only our living. Bloodraven, one of our finest captains in the battle against Diablo at Tristram, was also one of the first to be corrupted by Andariel. Now you'll find her in the monastery graveyard, raising our dead as zombies. We cannot abide this defilement. If you are truly our ally, you will help us destroy her.
And for what in exchange? So there's the quest. Well, that does it for quest number 1. Next episode will be quest number 2, Kill Bloodraven. Sounds like a lot of fun, huh? Well, this was my first Diablo 2 playthrough. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know what I can improve on in the comments below, what you guys liked. Until next time, have fun and game on!